Good morning, geeks and gamers. Welcome to the single most important show on this channel at this time, talking about these topics with these hosts. Drunk 3PO is the most important man on the internet, and he's joining us today. What's up, man?
You know, Jeremy, I think you let the entire Geeks and Gamers community down by not putting a $900 sign on the thumbnail.
God, dude.
I think you should have put a $900. I don't care. You could have put like a piece of pizza or something and just put that on the thumb. We should have just grifted that just a little bit longer, don't you think?
People thought I was serious. They were like, "Oh my God!" Like people don't understand sarcasm. I had some guy going, "I know you're mentally retarded, but people don't like clickbait." I'm like, the irony of this comment when you don't see sarcasm, apparently. Yeah.
You need to do better, Jeremy.
We
need to have a 9.
Good Lord. I was like, all right, now I'm seriously gonna do it if you can't read my sarcasm. But yeah, I was like, good Lord. People are still mad though. We're still downvoting that fucking video. They're still downvoting that one. It's like, I mean, as long as you're interacting, that's all I really care about. So it's all good. Yeah, how you doing, Jay?
I'm back again on daily. I'm doing good. It's a beautiful day in Florida. 60 degrees here where I'm at in
I love Orlando. The weather right now. Love the weather. Love it.
And later today, I'm taking Krista out to some theme parks. She's going to do some theme park stuff. We got theme park news today. And some crazy stuff happening over there. It was a good day. I did 4 live streams yesterday. I felt like Jeremy. I've never done. I think that's the most I've done ever in my on a single day. I was like, I'm feeling like Jeremy here a little bit.
Is your social battery running low?
It started to.
Why was there a pause? I don't know. That's how Jay talks.
It take like. The little kittens up there running or whatever you call them.
Kittens?
Hamsters, mice, whatever.
Kittens?
Whatever's running on that treadmill sometimes takes a break.
Who says kittens?
People in the South. I don't know.
Hamster. No, they don't.
A hamster wheel.
Yes,
that's
hamsters, but not kittens.
Listen, man. The live stream I had before you, we played the protesting Trump song. It was a banger, man, for 15 minutes. And my brain has like oozed out of my ear yet again after listening to these protesters.
You talking about the one about Elon and Trump?
Yeah, there's one where the protesters like, Trump is not king.
Yes, that one. We listened to it last night. It's awful. It's awful.
We were like playing it, like making fun of everybody.
At first, it was funny, and then it kept going, and then it just became torture. It was so bad.
It got rough. Don't worry if you were there. I'm not going to sing it here.
We're not going to play it here. We're not going to play it here. It is really, really bad. Yeah. Really bad. Let's see who we got here. Steven DeLeon says, play the new protest song from last night.
No, I just talked about that.
No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Marco says, Jay played the whole damn thing.
I did too. It was bad.
Chat.
It was bad. Really bad. Flag Ninja says, hail gay at Jay. Samsung Young says, breaking Nintendo Switch entry price is set in excess of $9.99 per inside homosexual source. Jeremy's Trump Body Pillow says, I've been following G&G since 199 and not once during this time have you put me in the washer. Tobias Nexus says, finally did my stream with my dad playing Battlefield 2042 Sunday. So thanks to the 199, the fellowship, and the GCA for anyone who checked it out. Everyone can be a gamer. Age be damned. Hell yeah, that's awesome, Tobias. Shout out to you and your dad. That's great. 1 foot out the door says never change, Jeremy. Victor says late and Greg Miller is the best way to say it now. Torgo the White says, speaking of songs, did you see the trumpety dance? Maybe. There's so many of them.
A lot of them out there.
Yeah. Nader's Brick Channel says the kittens ate the hamsters.
Yeah.
Jack Allen says, calculating for inflation, Captain America Winter Soldier opened at 126 million domestically. Get wrecked, Captain African American. Vault 95 says, is that Matt Walsh on the thumbnail? No, that is Greg Miller. JWT says 60 degrees. Oh, you poor babies. I'll keep you in my prayers as I scrap my windshield in -2 degrees, wussies. I'm not complaining about it. 60-degree weather is perfect.
I'm not either. I just, it was just weird that I cut my grass on Saturday, and I was like telling people, like when we were gaming, they're like, "What did you do today, Jay?" I was like, "I cut my grass." They're like, "Oh, lucky you. Go cry about it." I was like, "I wasn't crying.
I'm loving the weather here, man. It's fantastic.
We're shoveling snow. You're cutting grass. That's how it is, man. I don't
Florida,
know.
baby. Florida's the place to be. I mean, if you can handle
August a little
except
rough.
for you can handle the blizzards here in Pensacola. So,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. But Jay, we have stuff to talk about. I had a fun time yesterday, Jay. I had a really good day.
It reminded me of Jeremy 2019.
I had a lot of fun yesterday. So obviously we've talked about how the shill media, they're doing all they can to protect Captain America 4, Captain America Brave New World, Captain African American. The spin has been out of control. And whether that's the mainstream media, whether that's a lot of these, bullshit Twitter accounts that just regurgitate, the news cycles and try to, get traction. And a lot of them do, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But the fact is they're just not being honest. And I don't have a problem if you're delivering the news. But when you try and respond to people because they're criticizing Captain America, or they're calling it out saying, no, that's actually not the case at all, and then they're trying to respond doing damage control, well, that's exactly what happened yesterday. And I ended up getting blocked by one of these bigger accounts, Culture Crave. Now, how did this all play out? How did I get blocked from Culture Crave? Well, I simply responded to one of their tweets, and they did not like it. So over here on their account right here, it says Captain America reportedly needs to make 425 million worldwide to break even. It's currently at 192 million after opening weekend. Okay, that's bullshit, by the way. It needs to make a lot more than 425 worldwide. A fuck ton more than 425 million. But they're running with that narrative because they're trying to kiss up to Disney. That's fine. That's their game. Go for it. But you're going to get called out. You're going to get put in check. And this is what a lot of these pages are doing right now. So somebody responded and says, budget 180 million, spent 350 million, 850 million to break even. If people want
with the link, yeah.
If people want to respond, then let them respond. But Culture Crave has to respond to them. Why? Because you got to protect Disney. Culture Crave says, the Hollywood Reporter debunked that World of Real 350 million plus budget thing a while back. IMDb is a site where anyone with an account can add info. And it's just like, shut the fuck up. Nobody's asking you to explain the internet. Go fuck yourself. We're not here to have a conversation with you. You're delivering the information that you want people to hear, and people can respond to it. You don't have to sit there and tell IMDb is a site where anyone, and so is Twitter. Anybody with a fucking account can post whatever the fuck they want, and that's what you clowns are doing. So I responded, and as you see, this reply was hidden by the original poster. I wonder whatever they could have hidden. So let's go to hidden replies right here, and you go to hidden replies, and boom. All I did is posted a picture of the orange man. It was debunked. And they got really mad about that. So then I quote tweeted, and I was like, hey, Culture Crave is hiding my replies. So guess what all the replies were?
I saw it.
Right there. Everybody is responding with it. So
I saw that.
Like that's all of the, hang on a minute. Let me see if I can go back to here. And then where is the response at? It's going to take me just a second to find the response because I've got so many. Because the way they have me blocked now, it doesn't open the links the way that I want it to.
That's right. You can't open it.
Yeah, it drives me crazy how they do this. So now if you go to this tweet right here, everybody is responding. So after so you go, the responses are just screenshots.
Yeah, that's so great.
So guess who else got blocked? Guess who else got blocked?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
That would be none other than Gary. So I got blocked too, and it's your fault. Or am I supposed to get my regurgitated corporate access media slop now? So Gary got blocked because he essentially posted the same thing, and I retweet it right here. So Disney does not keep all that money. Theaters tend to not play movies for free. You would think someone who covers culture would know that, and he got blocked for that one. So yeah, they are definitely in meltdown mode right now with all of this, and you have to ask yourself why. Why are they so protective of this movie? Why are they so sensitive to the fact that fans are giving opinions that are different than yours? Who cares?
The thing is, Culture Crave posted the information, and they said this is from Deadline. They could have just muted the conversation and moved on to their next tweet.
Mm-hmm.
But because I guess they got the memo, and people are just saying, like, you guys are lying again about the budget, they could literally deflect it and say, this was from Deadline, not from us. That's all they had to do, and just keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they had to defend. They had to defend and post.
Now
you blocked good old Jeremy, man. Come on. The engagement you were getting. Come on, man. You were making a fortune off Twitter.
Yeah, it's just like shit like this is what pisses me off. Like, IMDb is a site where anyone with an account can add info. Info I've shared above is from a trade site. Fuck the mainstream media. We don't give a shit about the mainstream media. We don't care about them. We don't believe them. And the fact that you felt the need to respond to this shows that you're very sensitive to that. And then you're trying to tell the internet how IMDb works. Do you think internet users don't know how the fucking internet works? So the fact that they're trying to talk down to people, IMDb is a site where anyone with an account can add info. Yeah, guess what? Yeah. That's the same thing as Twitter. Your account, which has like 500,000 followers.
Yeah,
you can literally do the same thing. You can add whatever information, whatever spin you want.
Yeah,
and the internet has the ability to respond and tell you you're wrong, but they silence people. Just like Discussing Film. Discussing Film has me and a bunch of people blocked because and I don't even. You got blocked by Discussing Film?
Yeah, they blocked me. I never even respond to these people.
Congratulations.
It must have been a group. You know, I was lumped up in the group.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, so this is only going to continue. I do think, like, second week drop is going to be huge for Captain America, Brave New World. And, yeah, I mean, again, if you're just eliminating this insane budget from the equation, then Captain America, Brave New World is doing okay. It's doing fine. It's not like it's not doing anything like record breaking, but it's a solid opening if the budget was in line, but the budget is not in line. This budget is so far out of control because they don't know what they're doing, because they are chasing their own tail, because they're building a movie around identity politics, and everything suffers from that perspective.
Fail. That's right. They cannot have this thing fail. They can't. Well, at least they'll try to do it in a way where it doesn't look like it failed. And that they are smart, that they were smarter than all of us. They're like, hey, we made a movie that everybody loves, so don't listen to what you hear online. It made money, so we're happy.
Yeah,
it's absolutely. Like, dude, like the numbers that you're dropping, it's crazy. And Ryan brought this up too. It's like it's not the first time that Disney has put out fake numbers or misleading numbers, and then depending on where they shot the film, they have to publicly make those numbers public. So maybe we'll see 6 months down the road when they're busy messing with the numbers for Snow White, because that's coming up next month. We got Snow White. I do think it's going to drop. I think the word of mouth will get out, and people just were like, yeah, I'll skip. I'll wait for it. And then nowadays too, like even like Disney films, it's like if you wait a month, you can watch it on Disney Plus or Hulu or wherever. It's like it doesn't take long for them to get their movies out on streaming.
No, not at all. And just to be fair, because we want to make sure we're being as fair as we can, On Rotten Tomatoes, the audience score is at 80%. That's a pretty good audience score for Rotten Tomatoes. The question is do you believe Rotten Tomatoes? I don't know. I mean, The Rise of Skywalker has been stuck at 86% the whole time. Does anybody believe that audience score?
Yeah.
Seriously. Does anybody believe that? That one is one of the worst ones. I mean, 86%. There's no fucking way.
I can't believe that.
There's no way. And it never moved. Now, so you go back, you have 80% here, but if you go over to Criticless, 32% for Captain America Brave New World. That seems to fall more in line with what a lot of people's response reaction is. And if you go to Criticless, look at what the audience score is for Rise of Skywalker. A 10%. Yeah. That is definitely more in line with the Rise of Skywalker disaster. So
imagine your movie not ranking higher than the Rise of Skywalker. That alone should tell you something right then and there.
Yeah.
At least Disney would have bumped up those numbers. Like, can't be below Rise of Skywalker, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the line there.
Yeah.
So,
what is actually what's The Last Jedi on Criticless? The Last Jedi. I don't know if I've looked that one up before. Last Jedi is at 16% right there. So there you go.
Horrendous.
So yeah, so listen, the spin machine is going to continue. We're going to continue to call it out. This whole thing is a lot of fun, and I'm having a blast watching it all play out. And I will just say, on behalf of the 51% of the critics that were so brave and stunning to give this a positive review, I want to apologize, okay, to the 49% that are racist. Okay,
all right.
49% of the critics are intimidated by a black man being the lead in a movie, a Disney movie, and I am really sorry for that. But Jay, I saw a tweet that is absolutely mind blowing. You ready to see this one? You ready
Blow
to see
my
this
mind?
One? So these are the clowns that are falling for the nonsense.
Yeah.
Captain America made its entire budget back in opening weekend. I was worried for nothing. Okay. Right here. Worried for what? I'm not saying this movie is bad, as I haven't seen and can't make an informed opinion, but Marvel movies can be absolute trash and still get great box office numbers. It's not about quality. It's about the racism and boycotting. Marvel fans hate black people because they feel they shouldn't exist. So any amount of money for this movie is a win. Then explain Black Panther's $1.3 billion gross. Bro, that was in 2018 and their first black movie. So let me get this straight. In 2018, nobody hated black people. But in 2025, everyone does. What?
Bro.
What?
These people vote?
Yes.
What the heck, man? His name is Magic Hands.
This is insane, dude.
Is that his real picture? And it's Avon. Isn't that makeup? His pronouns are love girls. Oh, my goodness. Dude.
Yeah, man. Some wild
mental gymnastic stuff happening here.
Wild. Either that's got it, like, I can't believe it's like a real account, but even it seems like it is, because like I looked over the account and it looks like a legit one. Like he really believes that everybody's racist. Fucking Marvel fans. All Marvel fans are racist, but they wouldn't see Black Panther to $1.3 billion.
Wow.
Well, bro, that was 2018 in their first black movie. That one was a cultural phenomenon. Of course, it was successful. But since then, racist people got tired of seeing other races, so the fan base changed. Amazing.
What?
Yeah.
What does that even mean? I don't. That is like severe talking points where I got nothing else to say, so I'll just say racist.
But that's
it.
And they listen to accounts like Culture Crave. That's what they do. They listen to accounts like Culture Crave, spin this bullshit, and then silence opinions that go against the narrative, and then they just eat it up. Absolutely insane.
That is
love it. Love it.
Wild stuff, man, to say on the internet.
Gay Carpenter says Tuesday night's main event, $900 super chat minimum. Better get AI Sydney, Sydney's tatas in my face for that. Hey, we can set that. We can set that bar.
AI.
Z Herb says, "Sup guys, watching you because I can't sleep. It's 2 a.m. here and I have to work at 5:40 a.m. Oh well, looks like insomnia has gotten me a day off. Don't you hate that when you're like when you're just like you're counting down like I've got to be up in so many hours. I need to fall asleep. I've got to be up in so many hours.
So you don't sleep because you're counting hours when you gotta wake up.
Exactly. It drives me crazy when that happens, man. And that's just it's the most frustrating thing ever. There was a meme about that. I don't know if I could find it. Like it shows this girl waking up for her alarm clock. I don't know if you've ever seen that one, but that's the most accurate kind of like meme ever. Yeah, it's like because is this it right here? Dang it, I can't find it. I should have bookmarked it. But it's like this girl, she wakes up before her alarm goes off. She panics like 6 or 7 times, and then she finally wakes up like normally, and she's like 3 hours over the time she should have woke up. It's so good. Tobias says, blocking someone seems to be their version of the childhood plugging your ears and singing la la la, can't hear you. Even I have enough dignity to not block anyone who isn't a spam porn bot. When Tobias has more dignity than you, you're in bad shape. Okay.
That's telling you something.
Yes. That's a big problem for you right there.
I'm just like, I do you think they'll do the same spin with Snow White? Probably.
I expect this one is going to be really bad. But it really just comes down to how bad is the opening weekend going to be? Like, because Captain America, you can at least spin it a little bit. You can at least spin this one a little. If it opens up terribly, Snow White, I don't know how much spin they're going to have.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, but it's going to be a shit show. You know that much. And I can't wait for it to all play out. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be rough for good old Rachel.
Eeyore says, hail the 199. Thank you for the $9.99. Blue Shell says, according to my friend who also watched the movie, someone fell asleep watching the Captain America Brave New World. This apparently is common. Yeah, like the overall consensus is it's just meh. It's just meh.
Yeah, that's it. It's,
you know,
it could have been it could have easily just been a Disney Plus TV show.
Yeah.
That's probably where it should have landed, honestly. Because it didn't even look like a big blockbuster Marvel film like on the screen. So it's just they probably were filming season 2 or something maybe. And you know, that's what I think. They probably were filming it for TV.
Well, that was
the could have been.
What was that? Moana 2 was supposed to be a series, and they turned that into a movie.
Right.
Hi Q says, in the new Cap movie, did anyone say to Sam, "Black girl magic"?
No, I don't think that was there because I probably would have laughed out loud if that was true.
That would have been good.
Oh,
that would have been good.
Black girl magic.
There we go. So Z Herb says, Falcon, Brave New World, #1 at the box office. Well, yeah, that happens when there is nothing else on, and it's still lower than Quantum Mania. This is true. All right,
yeah,
Jay,
it's a holiday weekend too, so
you have some theme park news to share with us really quick, don't you?
Yeah, it's I can't believe
this is iconic stuff that they're just ruining, dude. It really is.
I can't believe that this is going to happen. For anyone that's ever been, shout out Clownfish, for anyone that's ever been to the Magic Kingdom in their lifetime here in Orlando, it is going to look completely different because a lot of the iconic stuff that Walt put in that park is now being ripped away, and they just got all the approval demolition permits. So what does that mean? Well, like that classic Magic Kingdom theme park will no longer be what it was. It's all changing now to IPs. It used to be like you got Adventureland, you got the Town of America, Tomorrowland, fantasy, all that stuff. But now they're demolishing a lot of stuff that was there from day one into something else. I'll show you. And even the Disney adults are not happy with this. So here it is. Breaking news is Drew. South Florida Water Management approved the permit for Magic Kingdom. They calling it expansion, but it's not an expansion.
It's not an expansion. They're destroying iconic areas.
Yeah.
And this moves so far away from Walt Disney's vision. This is nothing. This completely is destroying Walt Disney's vision is what this is.
Yeah, 100%. And so if you don't know, the whole Tom Sawyer's Island, that whole area that's been there from day one, and the big steamboat that goes around, all that is all going to be ripped out and replaced with Cars Land and a villain's place where you can go see the villains of all the stories. They haven't given us too much detail, and a lot of people said that they'll never do this because they're not going to rip out Walt's iconic stuff and change it, especially when Magic Kingdom is still the #1 visited theme park in the entire planet, right? Out of all the theme parks, the Magic Kingdom here in Orlando. But since the announcement of Epic Universe, Disney has been on like a crazy, we got to change everything. Over at Hollywood Studios, they're ripping out all the last thing that Jim Henson ever worked on. They're taking it all down, right? They're ripping it all down and replacing it. They're replacing a lot of other things as well. And this is what's coming. I mean, you can see some of the comments. Here's the permits that were posted that, hey, they could start demolition anytime now. You see some of the comments. They're like, I did not think they would they're going to go through with it. And they're about to make the biggest mistake they've ever made to one of the most beautiful Disney parks in the world. Good Lord. You keep scrolling, people are just like, I can't believe they're doing that. Funny how somewhere with all the space in the world to continually closing attractions before building on an empty space. Yeah, so they have the room to add these IPs at Magic Kingdom, but they decided that they don't want to use the empty space. So how is it an expansion if they're using the land currently occupied by Rivers of America, destroying the rivers, islands, riverboat, forts, caves, mills, etc.? The footprint isn't getting larger. This person says, horrible news. How did this happen?
How did this happen? You fucking allowed it.
Yeah.
All these fans that called all of us racist and sexist when we were calling these fuckers out for all of these years. This is why. This is how this happens. They are terrible people. Bob Iger is a horrible person. The executives at Disney hate Walt Disney's legacy, and they have actively moved to destroy his legacy with every single decision that they have made for the past decade plus. And fans were calling this out a long time ago, and we were all dismissed as we're just toxic, we're just angry, we're just trying to get clicks. No, they're actively destroying these things. Walt Disney World is one of the most iconic places in the entire world, and it had a legacy. And Bob Iger has systematically destroyed Walt Disney's legacy piece by piece by piece. And this is probably one of the final straws for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But this has been going on for a long time.
Right. It started with when they got rid of Splash Mountain and they started making changes. And people were just like, why? You don't need to change the park. People are still going to this park. You need to fix the rides that are constantly breaking down every single day so that they work. You don't have to change this park. They have other parks that need a lot of work and attention, but instead of fixing them, they're just going to demolish and build over. So this is the Rivers of America. If you've ever been on it, it takes you around Tom Sawyer's Island. And this is what this was made. This is what's going to cover it all up.
Oof.
So
Oof.
that's what it's supposed to look like. Oh, it keeps going back and forth.
That is so
it's gonna
sad.
This is gonna be muddy. It's just basically places to walk around with a little Cars ride here, and a little section where you could go meet the Disney villains. What's crazy is in Hollywood Studios, they already have a place for the Disney villains. They could have easily put that over there without any problems. They could have put the Cars ride over there in Hollywood Studios. They got plenty of space. Honestly, they don't have to tear down any of the Muppet stuff. That could stay there. They have plenty of room over there. as well, but I don't know why they decide they're going to fill up the lake, take out Rivers of America. Probably are not going to bring back the Hall of Presidents and things like that as they change Magic Kingdom into parks of the IP. So like whatever IP movie came out, that's what they're going to change it.
Awful,
and not really have theming. It's going to be a mess, and it is interesting to see the Disney adults that go to Disney a lot, that just live at Disney World. Like even they are just kind of like, all right, this is way too much. We don't want this. We understand you're trying to compete with Epic Universe, but maybe just fix the rides that are always broken every time we show up. We reported over on Park Hoppin' that it was just last week that half of Magic Kingdom, they had a little power problem over there. So 80% of the rides were broke down the entire day. And sadly, you don't get a refund if you show up because it's part of the ticket. If rides break down or something, there's a problem. Then we've also reported that Tiana's Bayou, Peter Pan, Haunted Mansion, and others are consistently breaking down every single day for hours on end. Sometimes Tiana's Bayou breaks down and never reopens for the whole day. So people are paying money to go to these parks, expecting to see the rides that they want to go on, and they can't experience it because they're broken down. So everyone's like, why don't you fix what's broken before you tear stuff down that people are already still riding? You know, like they're already riding and enjoying this. Why would you tear it down and build something else? But obviously Epic Universe has freaked them out. So they obviously, because they wouldn't be making these types of changes. And I mean, they said it'd be like almost $60 billion, I think the number was, of changes coming to their theme parks since the announcement of Universal's Epic Universe. So,
and yeah, like they did the same thing at Epcot. I used to love, like Future World at Epcot, and you walk out there, where like Innovations was and all that, and it's just completely. It looks like Central Park or something like that in New York now. Awful. It's terrible. I hate
all
it.
IPs. Yeah,
I can't stand it. And I love the Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Epcot. I hate that it's at Epcot. I hate that it's there. It doesn't need to be there. It needed to be at Hollywood Studios.
That's the thing. It's like yesterday on Park Hoppin's live stream, we went over like just the simple theming of Epic Universe and how Universal's like homing in on everything is going to be themed. Everything's going to stay here. It's not going to be some kind of mess where everything is everywhere. It's like, well, if you want to see this, go here. No, we're going to keep it here, all the way down to the cups and food and the straws, even stuff like that. They're going to keep the theming. So they're actually listening, to people that enjoy the theme parks of what they want to see. But it just seems like Disney's just in panic mode and they don't know what to do, because every time they do their earnings call where they talk about money that's being made, it is the theme parks that are keeping that company afloat. So why would you mess with something that is your money maker? Why would you want to change it up in hopes that it would maybe it'll bring more people in? But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. It's also going to look terrible.
It's going to look awful
for almost a year, especially when they're doing the construction, because the Magic Kingdom is going to be nothing but a big wall for over half the park there. So it's like, are people even going to go for that whole time you're like doing construction? It's a lot to think about. They already lost $1 billion on that hotel, Star Wars hotel. I mean,
yeah, good job on that one, Disney.
Let's see how further they can go with all this stuff. You want to know something crazy about that hotel? Before that thing was built, so long ago, 2 years ago, they put out a poll, right? And they're like, hey, Disney fans, if we were to build a new resort, which one would you like to see? And they had Haunted Mansion Resort. They had Tower of Terror Resort. They had pirate-themed resort and Star Wars. And the Haunted Mansion Resort, it was like 7,000 votes on that thing. It was like 98% picked a Haunted Mansion Resort, and Star Wars was the lowest percentage out of all of them.
Yep.
That tweet was I talked about it and showed it on a live stream years ago. And then magically, that tweet disappeared, or that poll that they had disappeared. And They didn't listen, and they went ahead. I think they were thinking, oh, they're gonna love, like we're gonna
They're gonna
show
love
you, like
this. They're
they're gonna
love
pick the
this.
Star Wars one and watch it. It's gonna be so cool. And people were like, we don't want that Star Wars crap. We want the Haunted Mansion. It's a classic ride. How cool would it be to make a giant mansion resort themed after the Haunted Mansion, and everybody pay all this money to go in? But they're like, nah, the people are wrong. Trust us. We're smarter than you. We know what you want. You want a Star Wars hotel.
The decision making is
A year later,
unbelievable. Gone. Well,
yeah.
For more theme park news, you can go over to our Park Hoppin' channel. I'm sure the mods can drop a link. But yes, we do have a theme park channel, and we cover all of that over there. So thank you for that, Jay. We got some interesting news that you just told me about right before we went live. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for the chat to go crazy? Are you ready for the chat to go crazy, Jay?
Yeah, this is disturbing, honestly.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a Babylon Bee article. This is not from a satire site. This is apparently legit. Cynthia Erivo to play Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar at Hollywood Bowl.
There's no words.
What?
I'm like,
I don't even like know what the Hollywood Bowl is. I think it's some kind of like stage play or whatever. But yeah, this is from Variety. And
what do they call them? Trad. What do they call those? Trad News Network?
Something like that. Yeah. So
that's what Culture Caves called them.
So
man, it's blasphemy 101 for sure. It's just like, I don't get it. Apparently, it is a musical that is all female, and all females play all the parts of the story of Jesus.
So I don't know. I'm not from like, I've heard of Jesus Christ Superstar, but I don't know what it is. Like, I can't imagine that Jesus Christ Superstar is like in line with like the Christian message. But
no, I think it was like a hippie version of like Jesus Christ. I think that's what hey, the chat will correct me. So yeah, I'm not saying Jesus Christ Superstar is all female. I'm saying in the article there was something that apparently she's already played Mary Magdalene in the all-female telling of Jesus. So this is now she's going to play Jesus Christ. So holy crap, man.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it's just like, what? Hollywood? What? Like,
I mean, go ahead, do this. Let the backlash happen. But you know what's going to happen? She's going to play the fake victim when the backlash starts. She's going to call it racism and sexism and all that other BS, because that's exactly what they do. So let that happen. But I couldn't believe when I saw this. I was like, this can't be. But yes, according to Variety, Cynthia Erivo, I think that's how you say her name, to play Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
Hollywood gonna Hollywood. So there you go. At the Hollywood Bowl.
Whatever the heck that is. What the heck is the Hollywood Bowl?
It's some kind of like, probably like a play or something like in Hollywood. It's like some artsy fartsy thing. I'm assuming is what the Hollywood Bowl is. I don't know. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. Somewhere, it sounds like somewhere I would never want to be. It sounds like a bunch of leftists getting together and doing artsy fartsy bullshit. It's a theater. Is that what it is? Okay.
So the article says Cynthia is set to play Jesus Christ this summer in the production of Andrew Lloyd Webber's and Tim Rice's Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl. Cynthia shared the news via Instagram and wrote, "Just a little busy this summer. I can't wait." She's no stranger to the show, having starred as Mary Magdalene in an all-female version of the hit musical in 2020. So it looks like they took Jesus Christ Superstar, changed it to an all-female cast, and they're doing it again, where this time she plays Jesus. Man, is she going to be crucified? Like, oh my gosh, dude. That is just... Woo.
Can you, is somebody going to record this play? Because we need to see
crap,
this.
Dude.
We need to see this. This is diversity, inclusion.
Dude, that's some other religions out there. Let's see how that goes.
Exactly. And that's the whole thing, is you could never do that. You could never disrespect other religions, but you can disrespect Christianity if you're a leftist. That's how it
It's
goes.
crazy, dude.
Absolutely
I
insane.
would
Disrespectful on every single level. Blasphemous. That's what that is. So
yeah, I
Hollywood
mean
gonna Hollywood.
it's nothing else to say. It's just like this is Hollywood, man. This is, and they will stand and clap and they will say this is beautiful. What a beautiful piece of art, you know?
Yep.
So
Well, there's that. So anyway, wanted to let everybody know about that news because yikes. But hey, Hollywood's going to Hollywood, and we shouldn't be surprised about that at all. Chuck Berry for 5 says, "Hail Geeks and Gamers, have you gotten your tickets to Cleaner? Only one showing a day here in my theaters. Oh, hey Jay, congrats on the book success."
oh, thank you. Also, real quick, Chris Gore said this: the Hollywood Bowl is one of the biggest venues in Los Angeles. It's nestled in the Hollywood Hills for the acoustics. Very surprised this is happening.
Okay. All right.
Interesting.
What up, Chris? Hail Chris Gore. You know what? Chris has good movie opinions because he loves Interstellar just like I do. Always appreciated that Chris Gore guy. Always appreciated that guy.
Oh.
Boba Fett says new Rockstar started his review with Cap 4 by saying it's seamless and ended by saying he could clearly see cuts and where they were rushed. Shills be shilling. Honestly, I can't take the new Rockstar seriously. Yellow Flash, my boy Yellow Flash, man. The Interstellar fandom rising up, baby. Jamie Camp says MO for Disney, cancel series, make crap movies. Pretty much. Schnex says, did you get to meet Kathleen Kennedy in the villain section?
That's pretty funny.
Swiss Cheese David says, returning to childhood spaces after changes on this scale is heartbreaking, and Walt and his people would know this. It's just so sad, man. I used to be such a big fan of Walt Disney World, man. I used to love going to that place. Like, this is over a decade ago now, but a
lot of people probably visited that, when they're younger and stuff like that too. And the fact that they're just ripping it apart because they think it's a good idea. I mean, it goes all the way back from Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freaking Star Wars IP.
Yeah.
And like you said, they just, I don't know if you saw that, but you tweeted about it. They just decided, let's have Luke Skywalker join after 6+ years. We'll put Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars land now. Finally, really? Are you kidding me? And it's not even a regular. It's only at Disneyland. They don't want to put it here in Orlando because they're afraid to break the timeline, which is what? How do you do that to a theme park? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
It's
a
so
timeline?
Dumb.
Like, what the heck are you talking about? So it's going to be a special event to go meet Luke Skywalker where I believe, and it's just a rumor for now until they make an official statement, you got to buy an extra ticket, a special ticket to go to a special night thing at Galaxy's Edge over in California just to see Luke Skywalker standing there with R2-D2.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I don't know.
And then they got rid of Illuminations at Epcot. Oh, that was the best show they've ever done. Illuminations, Reflections of Earth is the best show Disney has ever done at their theme park. Now it did run for 20 years, but I'm so tired of it. But you know what I'm not tired of? Linko Kenobi for $200. $200. We're going to call that a proper 199, and we get to celebrate for proper 199s. Okay. I think everybody is happy to see this celebration. Jay, does this celebration make you happy?
I'm always happy, but it just gives me 2 more reasons to be happy about my day.
Linko Kenobi for 200 says, what's up, guys? Jeremy, thanks for the helping hand. I woke up to 440 subscribers, and I'm down to 60. 60 to go. Thank you to the chat. It sounded like he said that I've made him drop from 440.
Yeah. And I'm down to 60. Yeah,
I gave him a shout out
You
yesterday.
gave him a shout. You lost over 400 subscribers. Don't let Jeremy shout you out.
Thank you to you in the chat. Hey Jay, Disney is mistreating the ADA at the parks, and also they put a poll up for family inheritance. Check it out on that park place.
Oh, I
Hail
saw
the
that.
199.
I saw that.
Thank you, Linko. Congratulations, brother, on getting those subs, man. Keep up the grind. Keep up the grind. Yeah, I mean, that park place is doing great work. We love those guys over there. So they're doing a good job of keeping up with a lot of that stuff too. And it's sad. It's sad to see what Disney's become, but it's not surprising if you've been paying the slightest bit of attention for the past decade. This is exactly the direction that they've been going for a long time. Mark Fleming says Greg Miller owns a Tesla. Let's talk about that really quick. I want to talk about Greg Miller because I was watching Rev Says video about Greg Miller, and I didn't even think about this. Okay. But here's what's funny about Greg Miller. So I think a lot of you probably saw my video on Greg Miller. You've heard he's getting covered by everybody now with what happened. But the funniest part of that, and if you don't know, he put out a tweet the other day, clipped him from an award show basically saying F Elon Musk and F Donald Trump. And so I called him out. I ratioed him on Twitter, basically saying that you stabbed your best friend in the back, yada, yada, yada. So the funny part is he publicly says F Elon Musk. Okay. This is the clown right here. He publicly says this right here.
Yeah.
E.G. M-I-L-L-E-R. Fuck Elon Musk and fuck Donald Trump.
Okay. So he says that. But what's interesting is not only we know he has the blue check mark. Okay. He's also the owner of Kind of Funny. Kind of Funny has a gold check mark. A gold check mark costs you $1,000 a month on Twitter. Yeah. This man wants to get up on stage and say, fuck Elon Musk, but he's giving him $1,000 a month for a gold check mark. Not only that, but then you have to pay smaller increments per how many people are using the badge for your brand. So for instance, how Greg Miller has the Kind of Funny badge next to his name, anybody else affiliated with Kind of Funny will have that badge next to their name too. Affiliates. So how many affiliates? So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 affiliates. So they have to pay, I believe they have to pay extra for those affiliates to have the badge next to their name too.
$50,
yeah,
maybe, or 100, something like that. Yeah, extra.
Yeah. So this idiot says F Elon while he's giving him $1,000 a month for a gold check mark so he can feel a little more important about himself, and he's paying for the blue check mark or whatever. Absolutely hilarious. So I just wanted to point out the insane hypocrisy of these people about how much you hate Elon. There's like, do you remember I got the gold check mark for Geeks and Gamers for like 2 months?
Yeah.
And I can't remember. Twitter did something and I'm like, fuck that. I'm not paying Twitter $1,000 a month for this thing because they did something stupid. I can't remember what it was. Obviously I like Elon Musk. I don't like him enough to give him $1,000 a month for a gold check mark. I just don't. I don't see any benefit to it. If there's a benefit to it, I would consider it, but I'm not paying that money, and I'm a fan. Greg Miller claims he hates him.
I know.
He's giving him $1,000 a month. It's insane. So anyway,
these people, can we just? They're just retarded. I don't know what else to say. They think they get an own, but they always get called out. That's like people that are Alyssa Milano. She wanted to make a real protest. So she's like, I'm getting rid of my Tesla because I can't stand Elon Musk. But I think I'm going to get a Volkswagen because they represent my values. And and she got destroyed in the chat for like thinking that they did something cool. And then it was found out that she has more than one Tesla. Then she's like, I'm off Twitter forever. Like, I can't stand it. But it's just like, that's like when they were showing video of like in Canada where they were like, we're taking down all our American liquor. Well, you guys already bought it. At least you could do is sell it. Like, why would you take it down out of your stores when you already paid for it? It's like, it doesn't make any sense, but the world is backwards.
Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this. So there's a Tesla right here. Zoom in. Bought before we knew how awful he was.
Oh my gosh.
Bought before we knew how awful he was. These people are absolutely broken over their Elon Musk and Trump derangement syndrome. It's absolutely fucking hilarious. And I love every single second of this. I love it. It's great.
Well, they need to keep it up because, you know, got some midterm elections coming on. So
yeah.
keep acting crazy. We love to see it.
Yep. I mean, I personally like, and I mean, we're getting like, we're getting an Elon Trump interview tonight, which is going to be super, super funny. And I can't wait to see how that meltdown goes. Did you see Elon's impersonation of what a Trump derangement syndrome is? Did you see that by chance? Hang on.
No, I have not.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Elon TDS. Let me see if I can find it. It got clipped out. And yeah, right here. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. All right, here we go. Check this out. Right
I
here.
did see that. I'll show it again.
Here we go.
How are you going to rescue astronauts? And now, and again, you do all of this. I would think liberals would love the fact that you have the biggest electric vehicle company in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be adored by the left, you know.
Yeah, not anymore.
Less so these
He
days.
killed that, huh?
I mean, less.
I really didn't.
Well, I mean, it's this whole sort of like, you know, they call it like Trump derangement syndrome, and I don't, you know, you don't realize how real this is until like you can't reason with people. So like I was at a friend's birthday party in LA, just a birthday dinner. And it was like a nice, quiet dinner, and everyone was behaving normally. And I happened to mention, this is before the election, like a month or two before, I happened to mention the president's name. And it was like they got shot with a dart in the jugular that contained like methamphetamine and rabies, okay? And they're like, wow! And I'm like, what is wrong? Like, guys, like, you just can't have like a normal conversation. Yeah. And it's like, it's like they become completely irrational.
I know the volume was a little low. That's the only clip I have right there. So, but
That's hilarious.
yeah, it's funny, man. Just watching.
It's true though. He's just like, hey, everything was normal and fine until I said his name.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just go insane.
Jay, we got Corrigan for $700. I don't know how much that is USD, but it looks good in red. I think that's probably like $40. What do you think? $50?
I'm gonna have to look that up.
You gotta look that one up. $700. Let's go. What's up, Corrigan? Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, we got Mark Fleming. Oh, I got that one. Tobias
Man,
says
you hit it right. $38.
$38.
You said $40, right?
38
Yeah,
seconds for Az. Tobias, I feel like because I had to look it up before or something like that. So I'm not sure. Why did I get a message on my computer from my phone? That's really weird.
A lot of strange stuff happening over there at G&G headquarters.
A lot of weird stuff happening. Tobias says, how fast Walt is spinning in his grave, we could hook him up to a generator and power the new Walt Disney World with him alone. F new Disney. True. Dark Knight Rider says Disney equals McDonald's making stores into bland husk. Yeah, man. I hate the inside of McDonald's now.
I know, man. So it sucks.
Last time I went to Disneyland was 2017. My favorite ride was Star Tours. When I found that they updated it, that was the day Disney ended for me. Z-Herb says, sounds like perfect description of Disney. Things keep breaking down, and they'd rather go further and tear it all down instead of try to fix it. Victor says, course, the only religion they can make fun of. Yep. Darth Gavel says, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh, yeah.
Z-Herb, I want Chris Pratt to play the Prophet Muhammad. Carl Anderson, this is so stupid. They are having her play Jesus. Skinny Cartman says, God will not be mocked, so I wouldn't want to be her when she gets her God slap. Captain James T. Skywalker says, do females play actual females? Sir Paladin Thundercake, all our bases are belong to Drumpf. Stephen DeLeon says Jeremy wants a 3-way with Bubba Wallace and Behar. Stephen DeLeon says shout out West Texas. Bills Mafia. Stephen DeLeon rules all. Stay at home Hippo says notice how we aren't getting those rich African stories, just race and gender swaps of things already done, and they are either an English or Christian story. This will also be used to say Jesus equal girl. Mark Fleming says, why do I keep seeing that one? Craig Miller owns a Tesla. I think you sent it twice, actually. Stephen Leland says Interstellar's trash like Jeremy at Mario Kart. I mean, that is just a retarded take. David Cushmore says, is Chris Evans coming back as Captain America again?
You never know, man.
I think he will at some point. Adrian Curry for 10 says I subbed to Elon to help support his children with grifting money hungry influencers. Honestly,
shout out America's Top Model. There you go.
Oh man, the Elon like I love how no one's surprised by it either. You know, Elon's whole thing is like, I'm trying to have as many babies as possible. Nobody's shocked by it. It's great. Stars of Night says, my husband said that Netflix picked up Halo show. Really? I haven't heard that. I'll have to look into that. Nico says, LA already burned down once. Good luck to Holly Woke and Cynthia with that blasphemy. Hail Geeks and Gamers 199. Z Herb says, I agree with Jeremy. Jay is gay. Snex says, Hollywood bowel movement. Chuck Berry says, the CABNW cope is wild. Captain America, Brave New World cope is wild. Saw some outlets claiming it's trending to hit 500 to 600 million worldwide. Huh? What a crazy mess of a movie. I mean, I think it probably will end up hitting 500 to 600 million worldwide when it's all said and done. It opened at what, 200 million opening weekend? I think 500 to 600 million is probably, but it's going to lose money at that. It's going to lose money. Thank you, Corrigan, for that. $40 USD. Mark of Reality says Volkswagen is Adolf's German car company. Jules says Greg Miller is Dr. Dre to Elon's Eazy-E. He can talk all that shit he wants. Elon is still getting paid. Dre Day was Eazy-E's payday. R.I.P. Eazy-E. Cozy EXP says favorite duo, and thanks for being in my vlog. Look at there. Thank you. Appreciate that.
They're travel vloggers, man. They're great. They were at the meetup, hanging out with them. Great people.
Cliff says, Jeremy, journey to 199 update, down to 280. My diet appears to be working. Keep up the great work and stay awesome. Hail the 199. That's awesome, man. Keep up the grind. iCanalyst says, never change Jeremy, but do change your underwear. Seriously. Smell you from here. Derek says, question for those who are considering being streamers. Are there any types of games you do not recommend people stream? I think that the streaming is, I think as a streamer, the most important thing is the personality of the streamer. Jay can stream Lawnmower Simulator and get away with it. So it's all about your personality. That's really what it comes down to. If you engage with the audience, if you make it entertaining, that's the key. Don't be intimidated by what games other people are playing. Just play what you want to play and what you think you can give the best entertainment to the audience through. That's what I would recommend. But you know, that's that. Jay, what do you got going on?
Going out with Krista. We're gonna do some park hopping videos and stuff like that to have over. Really putting a lot into that channel over there. So I hope if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you go check that out. And that's going to be my day. I'm going to lose about 10 pounds. And Jeremy knows this. You take Krista to a theme park, chasing her down for like 6 hours is quite the workout. So you never know. I can't keep up. Like she is. Yeah. Never seen someone go so fast. So it is crazy.
Yeah, she's full of energy. And,
I gotta tie a banana. Listen to me, a balloon.
Banana.
I don't know where that came from. So, you know, tie a balloon to her bag so I could see, like, you know, far away. Banana. Listen to me. Holy crap.
Whatever. Jay always with the memes.
It's one of those days.
Now for me, we've got Tuesday night's main event. Then we've got I'm probably going to cover this Trump Elon interview tonight, which is happening right here. So Trump and Elon Musk exclusive interview from Hannity, which I'm not a fan of. I do not like Hannity, but
He really likes Hannity though, doesn't
he
he?
really
Trump
does.
Loves
Trump,
to give
Trump
Hannity
loves
those
Han-
exclusives.
He really does. He really does. So I'm probably going to cover that tonight on CobraCast as well. So a full day of streaming from me. And I can't wait to see you guys for Tuesday night's main event. So have a great day. Thanks to Jay. Thanks to the chat. Thanks to the mods. Appreciate all of you. We got $5 on rum or on locals. A Money Wilson says, fuck Greg Miller. Fuck Kind of Funny. Fuck IGN. Colin is cool. Here is a down payment for the gold check mark on X. Yeah, like I said, I did it temporarily, but it just wasn't worth keeping around. So, but thank you guys. Whether you're on locals, Rumble, or YouTube, we appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you.
We'll see you for Tuesday night's main event. Have a great day. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone. Say bye, Jay.
Goodbye. Tuesday.
Why'd you say Tuesday?
I'm just reminding people it's a Tuesday.
Do they need to be reminded?
Did you hit the button or
No, we're still live.
Oh.
We're still live.
It's a Tuesday, everyone.
Okay. Just want to check, see why you were doing that. Bye, everyone.